11th ranked UMD men's hockey team will be back on the road this weekend for their first full road series of the season. The unbeaten Bulldogs will face number 12 Cornell, who have yet to play a regular season game this year. The last time these two teams met was in October of last year, where the Bulldogs swept the Big Red, putting up 7 goals. The second game of the series was highly penalized, which the Bulldogs have seen plenty of already this season, but fortunately have been able to take advantage of. Heading into this weekend, UMD ranks first nationally in power play goals with 11, and Ben Steeves ranks second in NCAA with 4. So of course, UMD head coach Scott Sandelin and the guys are looking to build on the power play numbers as they move ahead.
Definitely have to keep doing the job on the special teams, because our power play has been a huge boost for us. It's given us a lot of momentum. It's scored some big goals. It's given us leads. Hopefully that continues. It's going to get harder. We know that. Possession is going to be tough. They're big. They're strong. They outnumber you. So again, it comes back to battles. You got to win battles, and when you don't have plays, you got to make sure you put pucks in the right areas so that you're not starting their transition, because they're a good transition team too.
Puck drops for game 1 at 6 on Friday.